A shadow gives accent to its image. It only appears when a light shines on the image. Look at your shadow, but don't live in it. Live in the light of your soul. Part 10, round 77, we're using color B. We are going to start in any of the chain 1 corner spaces between those 2 corner trees. This round we're going to, or this part, we're going to be making what are called shadow trees. So we're going to start with the double treble 2 together. So yarn over 3 times, insert in that chain 1 to pull up our loop, and finish our first double treble. Chain 2, 1 more double treble in that same chain space. Yarn over 3 times, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, 4 times. So our corner is double treble, chain 2, double treble. Chain 3. We're going to skip the front post single and these 4 single crochet. And then starting in this next single, we will back loop only, single crochet in 19 stitches. 1, 2. 18 and 19 back loop only single crochet. That last one is in the first stitch of the final set of 4 singles. Chain 5. We're going to skip these next 3 singles, work a double treble in that front post single around that last popcorn of the corner tree. Double treble in that front post single. These next 5 stitches we're going to be working on round 75, which is the popcorn round, my white round. We want to pull those popcorns underneath last round to the front. So front post double treble around the next popcorn. Front post treble around the next popcorn. Front post double around this next popcorn, which should be that spread popcorn that was worked over 2 stitches. So that's a front post double crochet, front post treble around the next popcorn, and then front post double treble around this next one. So we've worked a front post stitch around each of these 5 popcorns that are between the trees. Double treble treble, double treble treble, double crochet treble, double treble. Then we'll skip the single and the front post single, and in the first single crochet of that set of 4 on the next tree, we are going to make a double treble. Chain 5, and we'll skip these next stitches, and starting in the first single crochet of that next set of 4 singles, we will repeat again those 19 back loop only single crochet. That's 3, so you'll work 19 back loop only singles. 19 back loop only single crochet around the tree. Chain 5. Skip 3 singles, double treble in the front post single. And then we're ready to work that front post double treble around this next popcorn. Front post treble around the next. Front post double around that spread popcorn. Front post treble around the next popcorn. And front post double treble around that fifth popcorn. And double treble in this first single past that front post single. Chain 5. So we've worked 2 repeats together. We want to continue that down the side, and I'll meet you just before the next corner. So you'll have worked 9 of these repeats down the side. After the 9th repeat, you will work those 19 back loop only single crochet around the first tree of this next corner, and then we'll chain 3, skip these next 3 singles and the front post single, and we've reached that corner, chain 1. So we'll make our corner stitches of the double treble in that chain 1 space, chain 2, double treble back in that same chain 1 space, oops, chain 3, and then we're ready to repeat again, skipping the front post single and those 4 single crochet, and in the next set of 4, that first single, we will start our 19 back loop only single crochet. Ready to work around the next side. And so you can work the same way all the way around, joining to our starting stitch and fastening off at the end of the round. There should be 351 stitches per side. If you want to know the breakdown into the different types of stitches, please refer to the written pattern. Round 78, we're using color C. We want to start just before any of the corners. We want to find this last tree before the corner, and that third popcorn, there was a front post single made around it. We're going to start in the back loop single crochet that was made in that front post single around that third popcorn of the last tree before the corner. We'll place a single crochet in that back loop single. Half double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1. We're going to skip the next 3 stitches and place a treble crochet in the next, which should be the last single before the chain 3. Chain 1, and we'll skip this chain 3. We want to make a 3 treble cluster in the double treble. So we yarn over twice, insert in the double treble, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, leaving 2 loops on our hook. We'll repeat that, yarn over twice, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 twice, 3 loops on the hook, and one more time, yarn over twice, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 twice. There should now be 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 4 loops for the 3 treble cluster. Chain 2 and repeat. We'll make another 3 treble cluster in that same stitch. Partial treble once, partial treble twice, partial treble 3 times, yarn over, pull through all 4 loops, chain 2 again. We're going to skip this chain 2 corner space. The last chain 2 we made will become our new corner space. And again, we'll work a 3 treble cluster in this next double treble. Chain 2, and another 3 treble cluster in that same double treble. Chain 2. After that chain 2, we'll skip the chain 3 and working in this first back loop only single crochet, we will make a treble, chain 1, skip the next 2, half double crochet in the next, and then single crochet in the next, which should be the single crochet that's worked into the front post single around the second popcorn of the tree. Single crochet in each of these next 9 stitches. Eight and 9 single crochet. And that should be in the single crochet worked around the front post single of the third popcorn of this tree. Chain 4. So now we're working on what is called the trunk of this shadow tree. So we skip these next 4 single crochet and slip stitch in the last back loop only single of this tree. Chain 5. We're going to skip the chain 5 space, and then working in each of these next 7 stitches, we're going to make a single crochet 7 together. So to do that, we insert in the top of the double treble, pull up a loop, 2 loops on hook. Insert in the next double treble, 3 loops on hook. Insert in the treble, pull up a loop, 4 loops on hook. Insert in the double for 5 loops on the hook. Insert in the treble to pull up a loop. We have 6 loops on our hook. Insert in the next double treble, pull up a loop, 7 loops on our hook, and insert in the last double treble to pull up a loop. We have 8 loops on our hook. Yarn over and pull through all 8 loops for that single crochet 7 together. We're going to chain 1, and we want to make a front post slip stitch around this last leg of the single crochet 7 together. So we just insert around those 2 loops of that last stitch for a front loop slip stitch, or front post slip stitch rather. Chain 4. We're going to skip this chain 5, single crochet in the first back loop single of the next tree. Now we're going to turn our work and work backwards around these few stitches that we've just made. So turn to the wrong side, chain 5. So then we want to reach across and slip stitch in the slip stitch that we made in that last single crochet of the previous tree. Turn the work back to the right side. We'll place 2 single crochet in that chain 5 space, double treble down in the single crochet 7 together in front of that chain 5. We'll leave that across the back. And then 2 singles in that chain 5 again. Front loop slip stitch around that slip stitch we made in the first single of the next tree. Chain 4, we're going to skip the next 3 back loop singles. So we've worked in this one, so 1, 2, 3 we skip, and in the next stitch we will place a single crochet, and then we'll turn our work again to the back side. Chain 2, we're going to come and treble crochet in that double treble that we made in the single crochet 2 together. Chain 3, treble in that same stitch. Chain 2, and then we're going to slip stitch in this last single crochet that we had made in that first tree. So that's a single crochet. We're going to slip stitch in there. And turn back to the right side. 3 single crochet in this chain 2 that we just made. Skip the treble, 3 single crochet in the chain 3 space. Skip the treble, 3 single crochet in this next chain 3 space. Then we want to single crochet in that same single crochet where we already have one placed. Then we're ready to continue around the next tree. So I'll work all of that one more time with you. So that's single crochet in each of these next 9 stitches. So that's 2, 3, 8, and 9. Chain 4, skip the next 4, slip stitch in that last single crochet of that tree. Chain 5, skip the chain 5, and then we're ready to make that single crochet 7 together, inserting and pulling up a loop in each of these next 7 stitches. Yarn over, pull through all 8 loops, and chain 1 for our single crochet 7 together. Front post slip stitch around this last leg of that single crochet 7 together. Chain 4, skip the chain 5, slip stitch in this first single crochet. Turn to the wrong side, chain 5, Slip stitch in that slip stitch we made at the end of the previous tree. Turn back to the right side. 2 single crochet in that chain 5, double treble down in the single crochet 7 together. 2 single crochet in that same chain 5. Front post slip stitch around that slip stitch we made in the single. Chain 4. Skip the next 3, single crochet in that next back loop single. Turn to the wrong side, chain 2, treble in this double treble stitch, chain 3, treble in that same stitch, chain 2, slip stitch in this first single crochet made on that previous tree. Turn back to the right side, 3 single crochet in that chain 2, 3 single in the chain 3 space, and 3 single in the next chain 2 space. Single crochet in that same single crochet where we made a previous single. So we've completed 2 repeats. We want to work that a total of 9 times down the side, and I will join you at that spot. Once you've worked those 9 repeats down the side, you will want to single crochet in the next 8 single crochet of this last tree before the corner. And then we're ready to start again. We'll single crochet in that next stitch, which is in that front post single around that 3rd popcorn of that tree. Half double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1. We'll skip the next 3 back loop singles and we'll treble crochet in that last single. Sorry, we'll chain 1 first, skip that chain 3, and then we'll make the 3 treble cluster in this double treble stitch, the first double treble of the corner. So 3 treble cluster, that's 3 partial treble crochet, leaving the last loop on the hook. And then yarn over, pull through all 4, chain 2, and repeat 3 treble cluster in that same stitch. Chain 2, that last chain 2 is our new corner space. 3 treble cluster in that next double treble. Chain 2 and repeat 3 treble cluster in that same double treble. Chain 2. We're going to skip this chain 3 and treble in that first back loop single. Chain 1, Skip the next 2 stitches, half double crochet in the next, single crochet in the next. And then we're ready to do those repeats down the side, starting with the single crochet in 9 and then working that shadow tree trunk with a single crochet 7 together and turning our work front and back and so on. So you can repeat this all the way around, joining to our starting stitch and fastening off at the end of the round. Round 79, this is the final round for this part. We're going to use color F and start in any of the chain 2 corner spaces. We are going to start by making a treble crochet in that chain 2 corner space and a second treble. Chain 2, and we'll place 2 more treble crochet in that same chain 2 corner space. We're going to work a front post treble around this next cluster. And then 2 treble in the chain 2 space. And we'll repeat front post treble around the cluster. 2 treble in the chain 2 space. We're going to skip this treble, and in the chain 1 space we'll place 2 double crochet. 1 and 2 double crochet in that chain 1 space. And then double crochet in this half double, and it can be a little bit hidden by those stitches we just made. So double crochet in that half double crochet. We'll double crochet in the next stitch, half double crochet in the next 2, 1 and 2. Single crochet in 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Half double crochet in the next 2. Double crochet in the next. There's already a stitch in there from joining those turning spots of last round, but we'll work a double crochet in there. Then we'll single crochet in each of these next 9 singles worked across that shadow tree. So we're not going to work the slip stitch, but starting in the singles, we will single crochet in these 9 singles. That's 2, 3. 8 and 9 single crochet. It worked a double in this half double crochet here, starting with this next double, worked in the single crochet. These stitches here are our repeat. We want to do that 9 times down the side. So I'll start that once more with you. Double crochet in that next stitch, half double crochet in each of the next 2, single crochet in 4, half double crochet in 2, double crochet in the next, single crochet in each of the next 9 stitches. Eight and 9. So that's 2 repeats. We'll work that a total of 9 times. So when you've worked your 9 repeats, we will have arrived at the last tree for this side, and we'll double crochet in that next stitch, half double crochet in each of the next 2, single crochet in 4, half double crochet in 2, double crochet in the next 2 stitches. When we should have the chain 1 next, so we'll double crochet in the chain 1. Actually, we're making 2 double crochet in that chain 1 space. Skip the treble, 2 treble in this next space. Front post treble around the treble cluster, and repeat 2 treble in the next space. Front post treble around the cluster, which should take us to that corner chain 2 space. So we'll work that corner again with the 2 trebles, chain 2, and 2 trebles, front post treble around the cluster, 2 treble in the chain 2 space. Repeat, front post treble around the cluster, 2 treble in the chain space. Skip the treble, 2 double crochet in the chain space. We'll work double crochet in that half double, and then we're ready to work those 9 repeats down this next side. So you can work that all the way around, joining to our starting stitch and then fastening off at the end of this round to complete this part.